my YouTube channel. My name is Kelsey, and today I wanted to talk about basically a week of how much I get paid, of how many batches I do, and basically what the outcome of me working a full week would look like, just day by day. If you guys haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Definitely leave a comment of anything you guys want to see, or maybe you're experiencing. Definitely let me know. I really am interested in seeing other people working and how it's different from different areas, and I really hope you guys enjoy. So I work, if you haven't seen my other videos, I work a regular 5 days a week, and I try to do 7 hours, but I never do 7 hours. I usually do 5 hours a day, and then I'll end the day and just go home, go to the gym. But I do make myself have 2 days off just to record or do things I need to do personally. So usually when I work, I start on a Thursday because I take off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Those are like kind of my days off. It works for me the way I get paid and everything, because I don't get paid until that Tuesday of the next coming week usually. So it's just easier for how all the money kind of lays out. So I start my day on a Thursday. Like I said, I usually work about 5 hours. Sometimes I'll try to do 7, just depending on if I missed an hour of a batch or something. So on Thursday, I did 7 total orders, which was only 5 batches. So what that means is I had some batches that had 2 and some batches that only had 1. But overall, it was 7. And then it doesn't calculate the money because in my other videos, like I told you, the amount of money you make won't drop until the next day. And then the tips from those orders won't drop till the next day. So you won't really know day by day how much you make, just because the tips do take a day to pend and then to drop into like the total amount on the top. So I don't know how much I made at the end of the day. The only thing I can count on is how much I got per batch, which usually is $12.99. Unless it's a single batch, usually they run about $8.99. So that day I didn't know how much I had by the end of the day. On Friday, I did 14 total orders, which means I stopped 14 times. And it was a total of 7 batches. So that means each batch I had 2 orders. And by the end of that day, I was able to see how much I made from the previous orders, which my total was $97.65. On Saturday, I did 13 total orders, which is a total of 7 batches, which means I had one that only had 1 order on it. By the end of that day, when I looked at the top, it said I had made $236.87. So that means it calculated the tips from the first day and the orders from the first day, and then the orders from the second day, but not the tips yet. So on Sunday, I did 13 total orders, which I only did 10 batches, which means I did have a couple single orders, which is fine. Sometimes you have those days to where the only thing they drop are single orders. And by the end of Sunday, I had $307.01 as my total on the top. And on Monday, which is my last day of working, I did 12 total orders, which is 6 batches, which means each one had 2 orders on it. And by the end of that day, I had $418.65. Now with the way I have my days off, I usually have my 2 days off 2 days before I'm gonna get paid. So on Tuesday, my orders and my tips can drop from the day before, and then on the day that it says I'm gonna get paid, the remainder of tips will load that morning, and then whatever's left will be on till the next paycheck. Usually it's the last bit of tips that may be processed a little later is what will roll over to the next payday. Which usually the way I have it set up is usually isn't too much. It's maybe like 50, 20 bucks. But because it took so long to process, they had already like dropped the money from the app. Like I said in my other videos, it does drop from the app on that day it says you're gonna get paid, but it won't fall into your account till the following day. So by the end of that whole week, what I was paid from the app was $637.79. And typically that's around how much I make, just because I do only work like 5 to 6 hours a day. Unless I do know that I missed a day, or maybe a day was super slow, then I will pick up like those 7-8 hour days. But I typically, what I have noticed is I only work 5 hours. So I'm usually around $600 to $700 by the end of the week. So I mean, that's not bad, because if you think about it, my old job I got paid bi-weekly, and I was getting about $1,200 before tax. So after tax, I would only pocket like maybe $700-800 because I did have insurance with the store that I was at. So I would only get like $800. So I mean 2 weeks of point pickup and I'm at $1,200 before tax. Of course I do put some aside for just tax purposes in case I do need to pay, because I am self-employed. I'm not paying any taxes because I get all the money that I'm earning. So I usually put about 10% in my savings, just so when tax time comes I have money to pay my taxes. So, and that's only me working 5-hour shifts. As when I'd work my bi-weekly job, I had to work 40 hours because I was full-time, and I would have to do overtime, and a lot of times, sometimes overtime you didn't get paid overtime or they'd make you leave early. So I was only at 40 hours every day, every week, and making $1,200. And this is, I'm only working 5 hours a week and I'm making $1,200. Well, and more, because usually some paychecks I get like almost $700 because the rest of the money kind of rolls over. So I mean, if you do the math, you divide that $600 almost, divide it by 5 days a week, and then divide that by 5 hours, I'm making like $25 an hour, which I mean, that's not bad at all. When at my old job I was making like $17.10, and I was in charge of people and did a lot more work than I'm doing now, and I can focus on other things and focus on myself. So I mean, I think it's really great, and just to me thinking like if I would work an actual 8 hours, I could possibly make like $1,000 a week. But because I do want to focus on other things like going to the gym and really focusing on social media and posting these videos and editing and everything, and then just me and my husband trying to find a house, there's just a lot more that I'm flexible with being self-employed and working this job. So if you guys are interested in working this, I mean, I think it's really good if you need a break from something, or if you just want to focus on yourself a little bit, because I mean, $25 kind of like an hour isn't bad at all. Of course, that money does change depending on how many orders you pick, if they tip you the same amount. So that's why I usually range from like $600 to $700, because sometimes I'll get like $690. It's because most of my tips were more in the $10, $15, $20 range, and then some weeks are more like $7, $4, which I think it has to do with a lot with like people's paydays and back to school, and depending on what type of holidays coming near, of course the tips change. So it does fluctuate from like $600 to $700, but I kind of see it as I'm making $25 an hour, which isn't bad. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know. I just wanted to break it up just so you guys can kind of get a vision of what each day I do and how much I make each day. Of course, each day isn't how much I make every day, but it's more like as the days go, this is what I'm accumulating in my account basically. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely leave a comment down below. If you guys have any more questions, just let me know, or anything about point pickup. If you guys want me to make a certain video, just let me know. Again, I do have a lot of tips. Definitely check them out in those other videos that have helped me tremendously to get orders, to where I don't have that stress on me about how many orders am I getting, am I gonna get orders. So definitely go check those out. And then I have another one a little bit while back about tips and stuff. Some of that has changed a little bit, so you might want to check out my other ones, but there are still some really great tips in there, so definitely go check them out. And I really hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.